This is probably the best case study on how to destroy your YouTube career in seconds. We're talking about Minilad. So before we get started on Minilad, like the first thing you have to understand, like Minilad actually came from a very humble background. Okay, like he started this YouTube account back in 2010s, back in Ireland, where the demographic is very very low, and most of his content actually goes around from gaming channel or gaming contents, okay, such as posting your Modern Warfare or Call of Duty sessions, something pretty common back in the day. And he would actually make some meme videos, like trolling videos, again something common back in the day. But where Minilet actually found his stride was creating compilations. So his first compilation was so good, like everybody loved it. He was being praised around it, and he started garnering a lot more followers because of it. He started falling in love with editing. So this made his videos after that initial compilations to be a lot more higher quality. He spent a lot more time editing it to make it better for his audience, and people started liking him because of it. And his rise to fame isn't just because of his editing skills. Like a big part of his growth actually came from collaboration with the Vanos crew. So if you don't know the Vanos crew, it pretty much consists of a lot of gaming tyrants in the YouTube space, where you got Vanos Gaming, Nogla, Wildcat, Terroriser, and etc. because there's a lot of them. So this was pretty much the dream team in YouTube gaming. Okay, like if you're in this team, it's pretty much gonna be a home run to success. And he did find success. Minilad find success working with them. When Minilad started getting millions and millions of subscribers and viewers in his channel, and even started his own Discord Discord channel, so his fans has a place to talk to him. He even invites people to just say something. Like if he sees it, he'll try to answer it as soon as possible. Generally he was being a very genuine person to his fans as well. He has a solid community supporting him. He has a platform in YouTube that's very successful, and he's making money off of it. Like not just from ad revenues, but also from sponsorships and collaborations with other brands. So Minilad pretty much was on top of the food chain. Like he's one of those guys that almost everybody in the gaming community wants to aspire to be. And it begs you the question, like, how did it go wrong from here? How did someone like Minilad fall from grace when you're one of the top gaming content creators in the space or in YouTube? There's two reasons on how Minilad destroyed his career in YouTube. So number one, the collaborations with the Vanos crew, the same crew that helped him propel to greater heights, he suddenly left them. And the reason why he left this is like now we have the best chronological order because everything's out now. So I want to show you like the reason why he left the crew.
Had all the items in the game.
Oh, fucking hell, what to say?
If you could read a Bible as well, Bible quote.
Nogla enjoyed.
There it is. That's the
Oh,
one.
he enjoyed. All right. That's the Bible ending, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed.
I'll make up my own. That's cool. I like to be included. Cool.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to hear much because this is a part where they were playing a World at War Zombies, and Nogla decided to make some Bible verses jokes, and he gave Vanos one, he gave Wildcat one, and he gave Terroriser one. He didn't give himself one and Minilad. And this caused Minilad to feel insecure and pretty much crash out and have a small tantrum saying like, great, I'd like to feel included. To which for me like feels like it's very petty. Like for you to end your entire relationship with them because you weren't included in one joke. Like it doesn't make sense.
Only thing I want to ask is how come you don't play with Vanos Gaming?
Wow. Because I don't play Gmod anymore. That's all he does. Question done. No idea. They're still playing Gmod? Damn. After all this time, they're still playing Gmod? I mean, they kicked me out of all their chat, so I have no idea what the hell they're doing, so.
Now, from what you heard back then, that's something called soft manipulation. Okay? So, this is something Minilad always does a lot. It's not just a defensive thing, like he does do this quite a lot, and he incites fight and then backpedals away from it, you know, acting like he's the good guy, like he wants peace, he wants this, but he actually is one of the reasons why some of the infightings or most of the infightings during this time in the Vanna School was because of him.
I wasn't kicked. Oh my god. Alright. So, just to clear up any drama, I'm going off and doing my own thing. And then I saw her face! Alright. Just to clear up some shit. I wasn't kicked. All they did was play Fortnite and Gmod and then talk shit about other YouTubers. So I said, fuck that. I broke away from that group. I'm doing my own thing. I've never felt better. My community's stronger than ever. I'm pulling more views than ever. And I'm personally a lot more happy as a human. So that's what happened.
And now when this is in the middle of him and Terroriser, you know, fighting on stream, like talking crap about each other, this is how Minilad responds. You know, this is how he backpedals away from something he created.
To finally meet up with Brian, we're figuring things out. You know, we talked backstage at Evan's show and we shook hands and we're gonna work on it. So like, you know, I miss the dude and it's good to see things coming together.
So yeah, I don't particularly want to work with the guy. I know he made a video saying we're patching things up, which is not true. I feel like he says things in order to kind of get flack off of his back.
After like looking at this YouTube drama about him and Terroriser, like, it's the usual things that happens in YouTube. Friends will get angry at each other and tend to break apart. And people were treating it just like that, where, you know, it just so happens that it's their time to be apart from each other. But the reason why Minilad's career went into a nosedive is because of his second issue. Okay? Back in 2022, two of his young fans, Halley and Ash, accused Minilad of inappropriate messages back when they were 16 and 17 years old. Okay, they claimed he sent or explicit messages, sent unsolicited images, tried to solicit nude photos, and used his popularity to power over them.
My name is Halley, Weird Girl 2364, and I was manipulated and completely used by Minilad, aka Craig.
Most people did not know that he was also talking to his underage fans like this. So this came as a surprise to everybody. And when heat is starting to pile up, Minilad can't do anything about it. So instead of apologizing and admitting to what he did, he actually tried to silence Ash and Halley. He tried to do the tried and tested way of moving past over a issue, which is like put your hand in your ears and pretend like nothing is happening. You know, for a lot of months, Minilad decided to ignore all of these things, but he was seeing that his like to dislike ratio was getting out of hand, getting more dislike than likes, and that's when he finally caved in and said, like, made his apology video, which was one of the worst apology video created, by the way. He said, like, oh, I did these things because I had mental health issues and, you know, I was just going through stuff. I did it because of that. To which a lot of people hated, because if you are going through something hard, it does not give you the ability or the power to do inappropriate things to minors. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't give you a pass because you're going through something. After a while, he left. Okay, he left YouTube and everybody thought, like, okay, like, that's it, Minilad's over. A month later,
I'm now the happiest I think I've ever been in my life. And I know that might sound really hard to believe for a lot of people, considering what has been going on.
Things he's also saying is that when he went back to YouTube, like, he's saying the same things as back then, was he's happier than ever, he's doing much better physically and mentally and stuff like that.
Never felt better. My community's stronger than ever, I'm pulling more views than ever, and I'm personally a lot more happy as a human.
And that makes Minilad seem so fake, like everything feels like it's been rehearsed and been approved by his PR team when he says like, oh, I'm the happiest I've ever been. It's pretty much the exact same nonsense he's been spouting out before, and he just looks so fake. Another thing that I have a problem with Minilad is that when he did came back, like when he's addressing the issues, he's not really addressing them. Okay, he's teetering, carefully moving away from it. Like that's the thing. He doesn't say that he was inappropriate to minors. He said like there were bad stuff that happened. When he was having that hiatus where he was going to therapy and stuff like that, there was a leaked DM that says like after 2 weeks of therapy, he decided to drop his therapist because he doesn't want to go through there anymore. And again, comes back and says like, no, I've been going to therapy, doing this, but you got people saying that you left therapy because you didn't want it. Again, sounds very fake. After everything that happened to him, he acts and he genuinely believes that he's a victim of what happened. He doesn't realize that these things are happening because of these are the consequences of your action. He believes that these things are happening because it's just bad luck. He just feels like he's a very unlucky person, which is again not the case because these are the consequences of you being a dumbass.
Wait, never mind, it was on my TV. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the 3.
Thanos crew making fun of Minilad for an hour straight and things like that. But I know that like the guys have used me for content. They've made me ugly in thumbnails. I've been in titles. Oh, we can't talk about him anymore. Well, at least I didn't. Like, I've seen it all. Right? Shit fucking hurts.
And that pretty much teaches you everything you need to know to how not to destroy your own channel. And that's pretty much it. Like that's the whole thing about how not to destroy your channel after working so hard to create it. And I just want to say before I end it, like Minilad was on the whole other bullshit. Yeah.